Welcome to today's video, Psalm 55 verse 22 explained. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. This powerful verse from the book of Psalms invites us to put our trust in God, especially in times of struggle and anxiety. The psalmist David, who often faced trials and adversaries, reminds us that God is a faithful sustainer. Casting our burdens on the Lord implies a deliberate act of letting go of our worries, fears, and problems and placing them in God's capable hands. When David wrote this, he was deeply familiar with betrayal, fear, and hardship. Yet, his experiences reinforce the truth that human strength has its limits, but God's power is boundless. To cast a burden means not just asking God for help but fully entrusting Him with our concerns, believing He will take care of them. This act requires faith that He hears us, cares for us, and is able to help. The promise that God will sustain us is significant. It tells us that God's help is not temporary. He doesn't just solve one issue and leave, He continuously supports us. Sustain means to strengthen and uphold. This is an assurance that even when life feels overwhelming, we are not alone, and God provides the endurance we need to carry on. His support is constant and tailored to our unique needs. The latter part of the verse emphasizes God's commitment to the righteous. The promise that He will never suffer the righteous to be moved highlights His protective nature. In biblical terms, to be moved often suggests instability or being overthrown. This means that those who trust in God and seek to live righteously can have confidence that they will not be easily shaken by the trials of life. Even when circumstances change, God's foundation is unshakable. This verse is a reminder that, while we might face situations beyond our control, we have the assurance that God is willing and able to take the weight off our shoulders. It also calls us to trust Him not only in times of crisis but daily, believing in His unwavering support. The act of casting our burdens on Him is an act of worship and surrender, acknowledging that He is sovereign over all things. Psalm 55 verse 22 teaches us that God's promises are not abstract. They are real, dependable, and meant to be experienced in our lives. As we learn to let go and give our cares to Him, we find peace that surpasses understanding and strength that comes from above. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. May God's peace and strength be with you always.